Hey guys, System here, and this is FTB Genesis. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward, get back into this amazing pack. In EP12 episodes, well, I went to the Nether, fought a fortress, did some bits and bobs, take a look-see here, and kind of push forward, right? So first off, I went to the Nether. Like I said, you probably saw that the first video. Got a lot of really good weapons too, I guess, doing the looting. Those fortresses actually have a ton of chests, which you probably saw at the start there. But look at all the weapons here, just a lot of really good stuff. Got this one really good one here. It's 12 damage, and it has 3 open socket slots as well. So I'll be able to upgrade that. And it gives weakness as well when I hit the mob. So pretty cool in that regards. And it's a fluke sword, actually. I never noticed that. So it also gets a free level of looting. So really, really good all around and pretty rad. My main reason for wanting to go to the Nether in the first place wasn't even for the fortress, realistically. It was for Inferium, so we got to have 5,000 of that. It was really easy to kind of loot up. Actually, it didn't take any time at all. Found a really good trinket while I was in those fortresses as well. So down here, we got ourselves this here, Ethereal Wings. And it's like, it says, I can conquer the sky, or I will conquer the sky. It's like short-term rate of flight, very slow. But it made it so I could get around to the Inferium really easy. So it wasn't too bad at all, especially with my, I had my speed on max. All that jazz, move a tiny bit faster, not much. But it also works in conjunction with the Elytra. So when you're flying around with your Elytra, even in the Nether, just double hit the spacebar, and it takes you completely out of it, and you just you're good to go. So pretty happy with that as well. Also, I had this here. I have Fortune 4. So Fortune 4 here, you get really easy with this. You just make the recipe inside the compression chamber. So this puppy right here. And you just go ahead and make yourself Fortune. I just leveled them up in the anvil, did that jazz, and then we had Fortune 4 for all my mining needs. So really, really good stuff all around, but the loot is pretty insane. This one here, the MFE, I didn't actually get that from the fortress. I got that from a Apotheosis boss dungeon, so I guess that's something as well. I'm thinking about going and trying to find some more of those, because I was using this too as well, I should say. Up here, the block tracker. This block tracker is pretty awesome as well, so you can kind of enable it, set it to a block here, set the inventories, and then it shows all inventories within a certain range, and that made finding all the chests super easy. I could actually make a range upgrade for this as well, which is what I'm thinking maybe for the Apotheosis dungeons, because that's how I randomly found that one. I was just mining Inferium, and then all of a sudden I saw a chest. I was just like, I should probably go ahead and check that out. So I got all that done. So that was that. Then on top of that, I also went ahead and automated all these. So this one is set for just salt right now. This one's got my wires. And then I also went ahead and finish off the automation for this as well. So I have that done and a bunch of the plates in there as well. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is head into the simulation matrix, because apparently we're going to have a new simulation here. And this one will be available fairly early in the pack. Basically, when you're first come to the vault, start searching the barrels, you find these seeds here. They're like colored beetroot seeds. So I have a good amount of those. I actually kept all our seeds from the start. If you didn't keep these and threw them away and you want to try this out too, I'm going to grab these color codes. I'm going to put them down in the description, because yeah, they're just colored beetroot seeds, right? So you'll be able to make them yourself. But I want to go ahead and check this out and at least see what it's about here. So let's go ahead and submit that one. This one and that one is going to give us a spatial storage, which is cool. And up here, it just says go to simulation chamber, as per usual. Are we there? There you go. Should probably go ahead and undo this one too. We'll get rid of that for right now. Then we'll go ahead and store this one. Go ahead and grab that, right? Then I think we just go ahead and accept that quest, right? So we do this now. We'll reset in 5 seconds. Please use once again after the area is clear. What? Simulation could not be loaded. The reward has been reset. What is going on here? Why do I have a random basic mechanical pipe in there? I'm so confused. Maybe that messed it up? This might have messed it up too. Maybe stuff I left in there? Let's see. Let's go ahead and try that again. It said it reset the quest, right? There we go. Actually, I have it now. Oh, it's a little jank to get in here, though. Oh, well. So, see if we can actually get in. There we go. We have a much better farming area. So, this is what the main purpose of this thing was, I think. So, this one here is probably for the red wheat, right? So, we've got a red wheat room. That's cool. And this one will have the proper subsoil as well. So, you notice it's much higher. I think it's because it's going to have several layers of dirt down here. There you go. Yeah, it has the soul sand and it has the dirt. And that's actually how you're supposed to do the subsoil. They have your crops kind of grow properly. So it'll be much easier to actually do your farming in this location. And I believe that is actually the full-on purpose of this, right? So you got to get the first one, do a little bit of seeds, then you unlock this one as well. So that is actually pretty rad all around. Let's go ahead and pop this down here. So yeah, I'll probably go ahead and switch our whole farm over here and kind of get this thing going. Oh wow, we even got other stuff over here. Another waystone, the industrial work table. That's for automation with IC2. I looked at that thing. It's a little confusing. I'd have to spend some time on that. Crop library, bunch of crop sticks, more invisible light sources as well. Then a whole bunch of free flux converters as well. So pretty much everything you need to get going. Oh, it's even working power? There's a thermoelectric down here. Wait. This is crazy. How do you power this thing? I'm so confused. Where's the, what's going on down here? I need to see what's down here. There's blocks of uranium. I don't know what they're about. And ice. Oh, they're the thermoelectric generators. Oh, that is power. So these are like free power as well. That is so rad that they did this, actually. That's cool. So yeah, you get a block of uranium. That's probably blue ice. Yeah, it is. And yeah, they'll just generate small amounts of infinite power in here. So you have power inside this farm, but don't have to worry about it. That's actually a really cool little simulation. That's awesome. So yeah, I am going to end up moving my crops over here, though. These should be the perfect size. I'm probably going to use 2 of these plots. And that's probably all we'll need for our progression. But I'm not going to do that today. I just really want to show that because it is pretty rad all around. I guess I could set this one up entirely for red weight as well. But super rad that they added this, and it's going to make people start into IC2 crops much more understandable because it was pretty confusing at first. But with this and with the like proper farm and stuff, should be a lot easier. This soul sand gives nutrients to all your crops, which is the main reason you want that subsoil down there. Something I just realized as well is now that we have the extra spatial cells, so we have 3 more of them, technically I could go ahead and unload this one, right? Go in there, do some building, and then save that to a spatial storage cell and do the same thing we did with our other farm and have it in its own little dimension there. So if I have anything that's really laggy in the pack, I may go ahead and do that. But I wanted to make sure I mentioned that was possible because they've given us 3 of these cells. They're actually not that horrible to make either, I don't think, right? Yeah, they're not even that bad. They do take some ender pearls, but outside of that, pretty easy to do. And yeah, if we have anything laggy, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is automate this machine here, a dissolution chamber. This thing is going to be used to make all kinds of things from industrial foregoing, like the better machine frames and the upgrades and stuff like that. I want it for the simple machine frames, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Go ahead and throw down a provider, go down and throw down the chamber. This thing's pretty easy to make too, actually. It's not that bad, right? Diamond gear, you just craft that one. You don't even need to automate it. So I guess that's the thing as well. Inside the machine, we'll have to set power and I guess a output as well. So we'll just do a push down. And that should be everything. So this thing is going to use liquids and up to 8 items to craft stuff, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and I guess we just need to set that there. Then we'll have to go ahead and hook this up to power. I did finally clean up down here a little bit too. So I have it so this one's a little tidier. We actually have 9 of these generators running kind of all at once, which is pretty cool. Did I set up this one? I did not. We'll have to go to output on this one. That'd be the top, right? Do an output. That should have powered the machine. We'll go check it here right now. But if so, everything should be good to go, right? Let's go ahead and see if it's actually getting power here. It is. Awesome. So the recipe we're going to set up here, I guess the first one would be this here. So let's go ahead and grab that. 82 is pretty smart too. I actually grabbed the proper amount of liquid. So that's going to be pretty easy to do that. Then in here, we just go ahead and toss it in there. One thing we might want to do with this provider with this particular machine is turn on blocking mode because there is different liquids that end up being used inside this thing. So it'll wait till one recipe is done before it sends the next one. That way it doesn't kind of try to get the wrong liquid in there when it's crafting up different recipes, right? Just in case, right? So it's just to keep us safe. But with that there, we should be able to, I guess, go in here, grab a machine frame like this, and see if it actually starts doing stuff. We can actually watch this too, right? Do that here. Oh, it's crafting it right now, apparently. It's doing the stuff with things. And it looks like it's already almost done. Oh, this one took gold gear, so we did have to use the metal press for that as well. So that's cool. Just making sure everything is working right. And there you go. That's that. That's how easy that is. So that is super simple. I'm going to make some more of those as well. Added some of these here too, the crafting monitors. So when it's crafting something now, I can actually look at that and see the item up there. So I added that as well. So I made them one taller. But yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and probably go ahead and make one of these, a fluid laser base. I'm going to probably go ahead and craft this. Only take a second here. Then a bunch of these, I don't have them pinned. We want the laser drills, I think is what they're called, right? So laser, these things. Yeah, go ahead and make a bunch of these. And we're going to use this to actually mine for lava. Because they made this easier to get in the pack now. This used to be much harder, right? But now it's pretty easy. And I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. And we're going to switch over to LPG for our power. So I think I have just about everything we need to go ahead and do our fluid laser here. I am going to do a single recipe in here, though. We need to make ourselves a black lens to actually be able to mine up crude oil. I think in the last clip, too, I said lava. I meant crude oil is what we're actually making, so that's a thing, too. I didn't mention this either, actually, that we have a storage bus on this basic fluid tank. And with that, we can actually store our actual latex inside of 82. So we can actually see it and move it around. So that's how I'm moving that around for recipes as well. Same as this one, too, actually. It's weird. In the past, I thought you had to use a storage bus for fluids or items. I didn't think it could do both, but this one here is able to see the water, the latex, and the tiny dry rubber all in one, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and head over here, kind of clear that out. Our lens was right there too, so let's go ahead and grab a lens. And I think we have everything we need. So we have a fluid laser base. We got the laser drills. We got our power, GPS, we got the lens. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So down here, I actually dug out a room. So we have a room all dug out, kind of ready to go. Then I have a little hole in the wall down here. This is going to be for a line of pressure, because to turn this crude oil into LPG, which is like the top fuel, right? It's going to be like 3,500 RF per combustion generator, is going to be done in a multi-block refinery. So we're going to have that in here as well. So what we need to do is grab the laser base. Let's go ahead and grab you. And actually, I'm not going to be able to place down my actual mining drills like this. So I need to go ahead and put down a layer over here, I guess. Let's go ahead, do this and that there. Then we need to go ahead and get these laser drills all placed, right? So all we should have to do is kind of like set them up kind of like this. Then we'll have another layer here too. So these will be like floor level, right? Oh, some of these are going the wrong way too. You need to make sure this little glowy bit on the back is actually showing. There you go. Go ahead and do this here. And you can actually set up a whole bunch of these too. We're only going to set up 12, I guess. But you can do like a layer above, a layer below. It actually might be 2 layers. It's been so long, I can't remember. But you can do like a whole cube. And you can actually have one in front of this too, right? So you could actually have another layer going around here. As long as they're all getting power, those keep producing the actual oil from the void for you. So pretty neat in, I guess, that regards, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and do this here. Go ahead and get everything out of the way. This would be for our line of power down here. Go ahead and grab the basic universals, I suppose. Is that our front door? Yeah, let's put the cube aiming at the front door so I know where it's at in the future. If I need to access that for any reason at all whatsoever. I don't know how that cube is configured. I was using it for something else before. So hopefully everything is configured correctly. But I guess we'll see. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab a GPS data card. Do this. And we basically just need to get this kind of fired up with some power. And it should start working. Of course, it's probably working right now because there's power in the cube. But anyway, let's go ahead and put it into a fresh one with no other cards in here. I forget how much power this uses too. So I think it's 1,000 RF per operation per one of these, right? So it'd be like 12,000 per operation. But the operation, oh, it's 50 ticks is what it looks like. So should be able to handle it. Guess we'll find out. And I guess all we have to do now is put this in here. And this should start working. Look at that, crude oil, 50 millibuckets. And then it should just happen again. And crude oil, just for free, man. Like really rad, really rad. It's a cool little system here. And it looks like everything's powered up. Make sure every one of these is working too, I guess. I don't have that one powered at all. So go ahead and get that one powered up. And everything looks like it's running. It's getting power and all that jazz. Look at that, man. Actually automated crude oil infinitely. Now we can go ahead and speed this up. We may make uprates for this as well. But for right this second, I don't think we need it too much. Also, I really like those dynamic lights that I'm using. These ones here. They look nice. Look at that. Look how nice that is. I'll end up doing all the walls in here as well. But for right now, just want to make sure we have a floor that actually makes sense, right? There you go. That's going to be the setup for the crude. And then we're going to have to go ahead and craft up the refinery as well. And we'll kind of see how fast it is at that point. And once we kind of know, I'll know how many actual speed upgrades and stuff we need. And like I said, we could always add another layer of these laser drills. So I could put another like 12 just on top of these ones, right? Or I could put another 12 below these ones as well. I just need to make sure everything's powered. So either way, that's crude oil. And we already have almost a bucket. So that is cool. So I think I have everything we need to go ahead and actually produce LPG, right? So I'll kind of show you the process here too. I don't think I have yet. Just go to here and go to, I guess, use on that. Check this out. This is going to be kind of the setup here. You run crude oil through a refinery controller. Then you have some of these refinery outputs on top. You need 4 to get to LPG. And it'll kind of make all these different fuels here. And the top one is LPG. So for every, I guess, 10 millibuckets of crude oil, we'll get 2 millibuckets of LPG. I think you can pull this stuff out and then reprocess it again and then make more LPG. So like down here, you see diesel's going to LPG. But I don't know if I'm going to bother with that step there. I really just want to get the LPG and have enough to run all our generators. If we're producing enough, I'll just boil off the rest, right? We'll kind of see how it goes. But anyway, we're going to have a different way of heating this too, because it does require heat. I decided we're not going to use this pressure line at all. I came up with what I think is a better idea here. So let's go ahead and grab a refinery controller. This will sit right here. Then on this, we'll have the output right there. And that should start automatically going up in here. There you go. It says not enough refineries, which I was well aware of. Go ahead, get a couple more of these up here. So these are going to just stack on top here. So we just have all 4 on top. And this is going to require heat. It says there requires a temperature greater than 100, right? And usually you would use a item called a vortex tube. That's from Pneumatic Craft, which we could use, but honestly, I think I have a much simpler setup here. So what we'll do is go ahead and break that there. Have this item here, a, what's this called? External heater. Not sure how this places either. I should probably look. Oh, can we not? I was going to say, was it not going to let me place it? Can I rotate this thing? I can. How's this thing rotate? You have to rotate it on the side that you're looking at. That's a little weird. Can I shift and do the flippy thing? Okay, good. Let's go ahead and see what we're doing here. Trying to figure out how we're going to move everything into place. So I guess I need that dot on top because I think, no, I need the dot face that way, right? So what we'll do is this, then go ahead and do that. No, maybe it's just the other way. Wait, why you no spin? Oh, it won't spin the way I want it. Why want to do that? I just did the shift spin thing a second ago. Maybe if I do it from here. Huh, I may have to go ahead and dig that out and put this back down. Go ahead and see if we can do it this way. Get you out of here. Then go ahead and spin you. There we go. And hopefully the power is all still hooked up if I put it down that way. Need to make sure everything's working. There we go. Just set everything to input output and everything seems like it's working now. So that is fantastic. With that there, the external heater is getting power. And now we can just go ahead, put this on here. Notice that the temperature will start going up. It lit up too. It's all shiny and stuff. Put it up again. It'll kind of move it up through this heat pipe here. So this heat pipe's really easy to make. So just that there, just some wool mostly. And it should transfer the heat into this. I just need to make sure it's getting over 100 and producing. Also, I made some of this too. It's called thermal lagging. So this stuff here, you can put it on the side of the machines, right? So I can just, I think I got to hold shift, right? And it'll make it so the machines actually keep heat inside them better and they won't lose as much heat as well. So I should probably cover everything. The back I might need there, so I guess that's the thing. I can't put it on that side there. Curious if this is going to be able to keep up, because if not, we could always add in a couple more of these, and then we should be able to produce enough heat. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more of these, and that should be enough, I think. So we now have 3 external heaters kind of running here. The heat is keeping up quite nicely, and here it's staying well over 100. We're actually getting all our different liquids here. So the diesel, the kerosene, the gasoline, and the LPG. The only one I care about is LPG, which is great. Been kind of watching the crude oil to see if it's going to go down or if it's going up here too. Because it's so jumpy, it's hard to tell. It might be going down though, because if so, I'll probably have to grab a couple speed upgrades just so it's going a little faster. Doesn't look like we'll need much though. Yeah, just a little bit of speed upgrades. These things could take like 3 different upgrades there. So we could always look at which ones we're going to make. I'll probably make the cheapest ones first and see if it's actually able to keep up there. Yeah, it's definitely going down, so we'll have to deal with that. So that is cool, right? That is cool. We're actually getting our LPG. Now, one thing I'm not sure about with this is when this diesel tank fills, or any of these other ones, if it stops working, or if it just kind of keeps filling the buffer. So I may let it overfill at some point, and then if it, I guess, stops, I'll end up having to pump out the sides of these and then setting it into a fluid trash can or some kind of storage, I guess. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not even sure if we need this fuel. This thing is producing, like, it doesn't look like it's producing very fast, right? So it's just, you know, just a couple ticks here, a couple ticks there, right there, a couple ticks of millibuckets, right? But if you go to LPG here, it's only 1 millibucket burn rate, and those combustion generators are insanely efficient. They don't burn much. So that 1 millibucket isn't per tick, right? So it's not a tick at all. I don't know how long it's burning for, but we are producing it at a rate where I could probably, potentially, run, well, over 10, maybe even 20. Like, I'm not even joking. That other fuel setup we did, after I ran it for a while, I came to the conclusion of just how much overkill we did. And I think this is going to be able to run ton of combustion generators. And like I said, every one of these is going to be 3,500 RF. So it kind of be our late game power right here. That is really cool. Wait, the crude oil went up. I thought it was going down. Which way are you going, dude? I don't know. Anyway, I'll watch it for a bit and see how it's going. Also, the vortex tube that I was going to use to, I guess, heat this at first, we may go ahead and set one up over here. So I was thinking maybe a vortex tube. So the vortex tube can be used for heating and for cooling. I might use it for cooling down these compressors over here. And then, yeah, I should have a little circuit like I have on this one over here as well, just so it can automatically turn on. I have been using a lever, but it's pretty lazy. But anyway, we'll deal with that as well in time. But yeah, we got our LPG, which is fantastic, right? And, yeah, it's doing the thing. It's definitely going down, right? Yeah, it's going down. So I've gone ahead and pulled off a tank full of crude. So I have like 74 buckets there. So I'll be able to turn those and speed up rates. And here I went ahead and removed one of the external heaters. And I'm actually using 2 of these now, the basic energy cubes. So I have 1 in each corner. So this one's powering these 3 here and those 2 external heaters. And this one here is powering this 6 here. And that way I was able to keep up with the power, because that's the best battery that I've seen that we can make so far. So we can only move 1,600 per line, right? But I have them all operated now as well. Oh, not this one. I wanted to see if I was able to keep up, because it was already near the point of struggle busing. Let's see here. If I start throwing these in, see if it's going to be able to keep up. Is that going to go down? Yeah, that's going down. Is it going back up? It's going back up. So this side here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I guess I have 3 upgraded. And over here I have all 6. So these are the add-ons here. They take speed. So these are the speed tier 2s. They take 2 of these diamond gears. They're quite expensive. And then they add on processing tier 2s as well. There's also a efficiency we can make as well. But I think we're producing more than quick enough. It's going up. That's all that matters. I may actually pull a little out and see if it keeps going up and just leave it at that. So either way, it's definitely doing the thing. Like, we are getting tons of the fuel now, and it's working pretty efficiently. So that is awesome. We should maybe, I guess I'm going to have to pull out the fluid from up there too. I ran a line of cable right here. Here you go. Down here, right there. And I'm thinking about running a, a storage bus up to a tank on this one. Because if we have a storage bus there, then I'd have it inside AE2. Then I can move it wherever I want. Then I'll come back later and decide what I'm going to do with these other fluids. But for right now, I should probably storage bus this. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab ourselves this cable. Bring that down. I thought that was something there. We're good. And they'll have to go down one more, right? Yeah, I think it'll connect once I do this. There we go. And that should stay online once I do that. Device online, and that is fantastic, right? Now, if I actually go into my system now and go to LPG, is it set to fluids? Wait, why is it not seeing the stuff in there? Oh, that's an export bus. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Get you out of there. I swear I have a storage bus there. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab. Yo, there you go. Try that again. Yeah, we got LPG, and it sees 6 buckets, at which point I can export it around the base wherever I want. So apparently I had the wrong liquid. I thought crude oil was the one that could be turned into the lubricant, but it's this one here. So basically what you do, make sure it has some heat as well. And you're got to give it some redstone, right? I don't need a lot of this. I just need to be able to produce it, right? So then there you go. Get your lubricant for every bucket. So every time we get a bucket of diesel, we'll get a bucket of lubricant as well. Then when I want to make speed upgrades, I can. So we actually have a way of doing that. I may storage bus that as well, actually. But that's good. So yeah, taking care of that as well, and that is one more, I guess, liquid taken care of. I guess I grabbed all that crude for nothing at all. I went ahead and voided it off in this fluid trash can because I didn't see a use for it. But I'm waiting for this to fill up to see if it stops, but we'll see if that happens in time, I guess. But for right now, that's one more thing to take care of. Maybe I should just go ahead and actually make the storage bus for that as well. One major problem we have right now is this here too. Like our output, the best we do is 1.6K. Like I can make better cables, but I can't make batteries that can export the power any quicker. I could do a matrix. What is that called? Induction matrix, I guess, for a mechanism. I think that's actually doable if we looked at that. I think I looked at that at one point this area. I don't think it takes any osmium at all. So that's something we could do for a giant battery. But we still can't send the power super fast outside of the direct connections via the transfer nodes, which is a little odd. It's a little weird, May end up being how we have to do it, though. That is definitely a thing. But yeah, anyway, I want to test out this power here. Let's go ahead and grab you. I really want to get the osmium, because then we can just get the better cubes, right? But that is a ways off, I think. Yeah, that is some stuff. Anyway, yeah, you need this here, the reinforced alloy, which is 960 volt, which is basically 4 times what we did here. There's actually another step in between, too, because you got to go to 480. Anyway, I want to test out the fuel here. So let's go ahead and grab this here. Then I should have a export bus. Let's go ahead and grab a export bus. Oh, that's not what I want. Go ahead and grab you. I should have... I thought I had a combustion generator on me. Maybe I don't. Let's go ahead and grab one. I can autocraft these. Oh, I have one right there. There you go. Go ahead and pop that down. That is the correct side there. I want to make sure it is the 3.5K that I thought it was. Let's do that. Then we'll want the export. I actually had it right in there, so let's go ahead and pop that off. Go ahead and bring that down. Set this to LPG. Then we'll know how much power this is actually producing. Maybe, if it actually goes in there. There we go. There it is. And then all we have to do is grab the actual basic energy cube. There you go. Actually, I don't want to export anymore either. Because that'll burn for a long time. Go ahead and get that out of there. And pop that there. Okay, so we are producing 3.5K, just as I thought, right? So not too bad at all. And it burns super slow. Like, we can actually watch it here. 872. Still 872. I guess I could watch this, right? It's going to go to 871. There you go. So it's like 1 millibucket every like 10 seconds or so. So it's a super, super efficient fuel. And that's 3500 RF tick. Now, our batteries can input that much, but they can't export more than 1.6K, sadly. So, yeah, we have to deal with that kind of limitation at this point. So, I'm curious about this lubricant, too. Like, is it going to use the tank or just drain the tank? Now, these tanks are actually smart, too. That's awesome. So, we can actually make the speed upgrades this way. Probably a better way than actually importing it into the system. I don't think we actually need to with this lubricant here. But that actually works out. What is in this one? This one has diesel. Okay, not sure how I got diesel in that one, but anyway, not too worried about that. But now that we can make speed upgrades, I can actually speed up everything, because that's been a limitation. We only had so many speed upgrades, the free ones that we got. But like this compressor now, I can keep it way faster, which is fantastic. Don't have to worry about it. And this one here, it has like no speed upgrades right now, because I was using them elsewhere. Because you have to kind of like juggle them around if you want to get anything done. Like I definitely want some more in here. I definitely want some more in here as well. But, yeah, I'll be able to just kind of get them over time now. So is this filled up yet? It's not quite there. Guess we'll find out in a couple minutes here if this thing's actually going to stop. If so, I'm going to have to void all this stuff off. I guess the moment of truth, we'll see if this thing's going to stop here. I'm guessing it's going to, right? Yes, it completely froze. So I do have to void off the kerosene and the gasoline. So what I'll do is storage bus them. So let's do that there. Then probably just straight void them off. That's what I'm thinking, right? I can actually put this literally anywhere. Doesn't really matter. Then we'll just use a export bus right there. And then I'll need a capacity card, so I'll grab that. Really easy to make, right? And it was kerosene and gasoline, right? I have no use for those at all, so let's go to gasoline. Oops, don't do that. Gasoline. Why are you opening up the second I touch you? There you go. And grab the Caro as well. Stop that. There we go. And see if that stuff's actually being deleted here. Going down. Need some acceleration cards and stuff, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab a couple XLs. I already have some. Fantastic. And I should be able to speed that up. There you go. Another problem taken care of. So this setup now should be officially done. We shouldn't have to actually do any more tweaking with it. So yeah, that is LPG. And I think I'm going to actually go ahead and wrap this one up here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.